Trying to figure out Australian permanent residency as an engineer? Well, it can feel like you're lost in a maze, right? But what if I told you there's one single step that pretty much unlocks the entire process? Today, we're going to focus on that one crucial first move.
Look, if you're an engineer dreaming of heading down under, you've probably asked yourself, is this even possible? I mean, the whole process can seem so huge, so overwhelming. It's really easy to feel like the odds are just stacked against you.
But the path is way more accessible than you might think. Seriously, it all comes down to one critical action that, honestly, most people don't even know is the starting line.
So, what is it? What's this one thing that unlocks the whole process? Let me be clear. Without this, your application is dead in the water. It just can't move forward.
This key is called the skill assessment. It's run by a group called Engineers Australia. And all it is, really, is a process where they check your qualifications to make sure they're up to Australian standards. Think of it as your official entry ticket to the whole game.
And I really want to hammer this point home. The skill assessment isn't just a good idea or a recommendation, it's the absolute foundation of your entire PR application. Everything else, your visa application, your expression of interest, all of it is built on getting a positive outcome right here.
Okay, so what do you actually need to even be eligible for this? You might be surprised by how straightforward it really is.
To be eligible, you just need one of two things, either a 4-year bachelor's degree in engineering or a relevant engineering diploma. That's it. You know, this simple requirement opens the door for a massive number of talented professionals around the world.
But this brings us to the big question, the one that stops so many people right in their tracks. What about work experience? Everyone just assumes you need years and years of professional experience to even get started.
Well, here's the surprising truth. For this initial skill assessment, no work experience is required. Yep, you heard that correctly. Your eligibility is based purely on your qualifications. Now, a quick heads up, while this is true in many cases, there are some really specific pathways that might have different rules. But the main takeaway here is that you do not need a decade-long resume just to get your foot in the door. And here's another great piece of news. It doesn't matter if you graduated last year or 20 years ago. Your engineering degree doesn't have an expiration date when it comes to the skill assessment. And we're not just talking about one or two niche fields. The scope here is broad. We're talking civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, ICT, and a whole lot of other specializations. If you've got an engineering degree, chances are your field is on the list.
So let's say you do it. You get that positive skill assessment. What happens next? Well, this is where the real path to PR starts to open up for you.
Okay, with that positive assessment in hand, you can then lodge something called an expression of interest, or an EOI. This basically tells the Australian government, hey, I'm a qualified engineer and I'm interested in migrating. From there, you could get an invitation to apply for specific visas, like the 189, 190, or 491. See? Each step just logically follows the one before it, moving you closer and closer to your goal.
So let's just bring this all together. While the whole journey might seem super long and complicated, it actually has a very clear, very defined starting line. And this, right here, is the key takeaway. So many talented engineers miss out on this incredible, life-changing opportunity, and it's not because they aren't qualified. It's because they're just overwhelmed. They don't know where to begin, so they never take that all-important foundational first step. So, this whole massive, complex process really just boils down to one action: getting your skills assessed. It's the first domino that sets everything else in motion. Your entire journey to Australia starts right here. So, the only question left is, are you ready to take that first step?